I'll get the Pokemon sitting there for like minutes, and so it's kind of cool because I love looking at the people's face of defeat when they walk away and I've beaten their gym, or when you walk up to a gym and you finally beat the first Pokemon, like get it out, and you see people start running. And you realize you're screwed because they're about to do the same thing I do. So it's a very unique experience. You and I have both done raids. They're fun.
It's just, I love the idea of raids just because you meet some really interesting people. We did a raid last Friday, and I think the youngest player there was like 14. The oldest player was, I think, in his like early 40s.
Yeah.
And, it just, the range of people, it goes to show that, Pokemon isn't just for like any sector of the community.
I actually saw about a week ago, there was a woman, she was in her, I'd say close to 50, in a wheelchair, or not a wheelchair, sorry, a scooter, and she's playing it as she's scootering along. So yeah, it's definitely not just for the young, and it's so important for people to realize that this game is actually getting people active, as well as those who are suffering from muscle memory and stuff. It's so important for them. Just using their hand to flick the ball on the screen is so huge.
There are objectives in the game that you need to go off and to physically walk around to complete. You get eggs in the game, and the only way you can hatch the eggs is if you walk, like 2 kilometers, 5 kilometers, 10 kilometers. I don't even know how to go off and translate any of that into miles for your American,
Since I've started, I've actually walked over 120 kilometers with this game alone. So it has definitely been successful in getting people active, and now that they've done the raids and stuff like that, it's encouraged people to be more interactive with the people around them. And I've seen parts of the city that I never knew existed, and I'm kind of wishing I never ventured into them in the first place.
There are certain sections of the city that you're better off not knowing that it exists. But I think that actually goes for any city.
Oh yeah, but it's exciting, and very. I love the opportunity that they've created with this game.
Yeah, I mean, my wife and I have lived in our current house for almost 8 years now. Actually, it's been over 8 years, and it wasn't until Pokemon Go came out last year that we even realized that there was a mural behind a building that's not that far from us, and we had to go search this down and found it, and like, holy cow, there's this beautiful mural, and it's kind of hidden away. That the only way that you would know this is if you actually had to walk around the buildings, because it's not very accessible with cars.
Yeah, and I don't know if you remember the year that the Winnipeg did those the polar bears, where they painted them all. I'm actually finding by playing Pokemon Go where these bears have ended up, and there's actually one out by my work in Transcona. It's the Ford bear.
Yeah, to go off and to explain this, several years ago, the city of Winnipeg went off and invited a group of artists to go off and to decorate a bunch of polar bear statues. These were originally, set up around City Hall and downtown. The following year, they were all moved to different sections, not just of Winnipeg, but throughout the province. There's a couple here in Winnipeg. You can find them in Gimli, Manitoba as well. They've tried to do it again with some other things. They've done it with wolves as well.
Yeah, actually, there's a wolf just up the street from me that looks like the Northern Lights. It's stunning, the artwork that this city has been able to do. And all that, and
it's marvelous that whoever went off and put together the Pokemon games, you set up everything here in Winnipeg. They were, that it was these polar bears and these wolf statues were amongst the things that became the Pokestops. I mean, it's a
and not just that. There was other things, like they have the Children's Museum down at the Forks. They have a lot of the sculptures down at the Forks, especially one recognizing the missing and murdered Aboriginal women. So they definitely. It's not just certain things. It's very symbolic things that they've been able to recognize and notice in this game. So it's really really awesome.
And you can, I don't know. I mean, the fact that we're been sitting here and been talking about Pokemon Go for we were supposed to go off and sign off like 10 minutes ago, and we.
Well, I'm sorry, Jeffy.
Jeffafa. Donham.com.
So okay, let's do our little.
We could talk for a little bit longer.
I'm tired of your voice. Well, that
you're not gonna get any dessert tonight,
dude. I never have dessert. Too fat for it.
You have some real body image problems. You know that?
Absolutely. Okay.
Oh,
let's end this show now because we're way down the rabbit hole. The fact that my butt's stuck now.
I have nothing to say to that. I don't know, guys.
This is the part of our show where we do the shameless
This is the part of the show where you ask me if I care. Sorry, wrong show. Okay,
that's our other show.
That's our other show. No, that's if you actually know where you got that from, I love you. So thanks guys for listening. This has kind of been, I don't know. We kind of, I swear we should just rename the show Down the Rabbit Hole because that's all we want to really do. We don't really want to stay on topic. But
the 2 years we've been doing this, how often have we ever stayed on topic?
The only time is really when we're interviewing people, and if it happens to be Amy and Weem, we can't stay on topic for 30 seconds.
Well, yeah, pretty much. I don't think we've ever lasted that long.
We need a script, man, just to get through it. Man, okay.
Okay, so shameless plug time.
Yes, okay, you can follow us on Twitter.
You can follow me, because I'm the greatest, at real CAPT Fizz, so at real Captain Fizz.
You can follow this local fellow who doesn't have an ego the size of Montreal, unlike someone else I know, at That Mask Guy. Follow the show at Fizz Mask Show. Go check out our Facebook page. Just search us up, Captain Fizz and the Mask Guy on there.
We have everything on there. We've been sharing things about Icon. Oh, no, that's on the Twitter. But we will be sharing things about Icon as well as pictures about our last conventions.
And I'm trying to do this thing called Super Mario Monday every Monday. So if anyone out there wants to go off and do a Super Mario Monday thing, go off and send me a link to the video or send me pictures. Send that to our official Twitter account.
We love Super Mario.
And of course, you can go check out our webpage, www.CaptainFizz. I'll tell you what. Captain Fizz. I don't know.
It's FizzMassShow.com.
Jeffafa. I don't know.
You butchered that, so it's www.fizzmassshow.com.
And I go off and, I've kind of gotten myself all mixed up because normally I just go off and, say all this stuff and it's all muscle memory and everything. And I went off and had to go down yet another rabbit hole. I'm telling you, of all the rabbit holes I go down,
this isn't a rabbit hole, this is a molehill.
Well, then I'm telling you, we should have, be eating lots of mole because,
Mole.
Hey, mole.
Okay, so
mole.
I thank you all for listening.
Ding on Saturday. Down the way you walks. No.
Okay, I thank you all for listening. This has been one messed up show. But then again, if you've been listening to us for the last 2 years, this is every show. This is what we do best.
This is my stress relief, to be honest, guys. So thank you for listening. And thanks for Weem and Amy for all the comments you guys went off and shared. Really appreciate it. This is, I don't know. We have too much fun. And you guys definitely, add to the fun. Make sure you guys go off and sign up on Spreaker. and you'll go off and join in on the conversation.
Give us a follow. Give us a like. We love likes.
We love the likes. So it's time for us to go. So, sort of, kind of, a little bit in the words of the late, great Ed Whalen. In the meantime, and in between time, good night, God bless, and may the Force be with you.
That was a really, really awful Yoda voice. I take offense to that. Every game I play, I have the Yoda name, and no. Stay frosty, everybody. Good night.
Good night.